Part 3 of our series on Technorati. This is the good stuff. This is basically Technorati traffic. How do you get traffic from Technorati besides the obvious and besides what people think should get them traffic but doesn't actually work? So, of course, first instinct is look at the things that are popular. If I blog about something that's popular at Technorati, then I'll probably get more links, more traffic. And while that is somewhat true, it's not exactly advisable to try to become popular from the top down. Rather, you want to try from the bottom up. And that means you can't just say, okay, Boing Boing is one of the top favorited blogs, so the best way for me to get traffic is to go comment on their blog. First of all, most of the popular blogs have moderated commenting, and if they sense that you're just commenting to get traffic, they're probably not going to approve your comment anyway. So the thing to do would be, of course, to write about something that happened on Boing Boing, so that when people come to Technorati looking for information about that blog, and I'll show you what I mean, people come to look for information about this blog. They see the latest posts, and then they see blog reactions. If you blog about something in there that's also related to your site, first of all, you're going to get people from Technorati who are interested in that topic coming to your site to see your reaction. Then, if your post is about some narrow category that they cover that person is more interested in, you may have yourself a new subscriber or a new watcher. So, the commenting thing is also not necessarily going to be a way to get you links, because there's this tag called nofollow that keeps you from being able to use from being able to have that link count towards you. That means that I could leave a comment on Boing Boing, and while I might get traffic if that's approved, it's not a lasting traffic source. Once that post gets old, nobody will care unless I keep commenting there. But I do want to comment in other sites, but I also want to write my own blog posts. So you can't just chase the I'll just comment on the popular blog thing. It probably won't work. What else can you do with popular? A great way to kind of see how else this would work is to look at what are the popular tags and what happens when you do a search on something. Now, I took something very obscure, Wahala. It's a Yoruba word. A lot of people don't know what it means, and I define it in my blog, Web Wahala. I talk about all that. But to see how you become popular from the bottom up, it's easier to pick something obscure and show you how that feeds into the top level. For example, I'm writing about something that contains the word Wahala, and I see other people have posted about that. In blogs, remember when I told you to fill out all of these boxes? Well, one of the boxes I filled out, of course, was Wahala. And there I am as number 1 of the Wahala blogs. Very easy. In videos, it's the same thing, except, of course, you would want to post your video on YouTube and use the word in the title, not in the tags, as you might think. For example, let's go to YouTube and look at this one. First, it's going to take us to this page, and then let's go to YouTube. And if you look at his tags, none of the words the word that he got indexed for is not in the tags, it's in the title. So make sure you put that word in the title. If it's a popular word, put it in the top of the title if you're posting at YouTube to get your video into the Technorati results. It's a similar phenomenon at Flickr, but the tags are definitely more taken into consideration here in Flickr than they are at YouTube. So the best thing is to put them in both for Flickr, but make sure that it's in the tags for Flickr. And that's, Flickr is of course a photo site where you can categorize your pictures by tagging. And if you have music that's in the title, or now you can go to Eventful and tag an event, and the instructions are right there. Also, if you want to show up and post about these things, you can usually find the exact tag, the exact information you need to use it as a tag right here. It says, see your post here to contribute to this page, include this code. This is the code they're talking about. You can cut and paste that on your site. If you use Ultimate Tag Warrior in as a WordPress plugin, already going to pick that up. In Blogger, if you're using blogger.com and either publishing to your own site or publishing on Blogspot, it sometimes follows labels. It doesn't always. If you're publishing to your own site, I would also add this text into the bottom of your post. So that's how you actually get in a search. Now, to get traffic from something that's popular, of course, let's say that it was YouTube that was the popular thing that the popular search we want to be in. So you click on YouTube again and you see things that just happened. But as you can see, only the things that just happened are going to stay on this page. After a while, they're not going to be popular anymore. So unless your blog is about YouTube, you're not going to keep getting publicity about YouTube. But what you can do is look at what are the authoritative blogs that write about YouTube. Here's one. This is a really, really good blog if you ever get the chance to go and see it and to post on it. Very informative blog. As you can see, I favorited it. That's the button you press when you want to favorite something. But what I would do is click on the title of this in Technorati, of this site. And I'm not only going to write about what that site is writing about, I may go and see, okay, what kind of tags are they using for the posts that they're writing about? And I would follow those tags to be in some of the more popular things that they are writing about. He's writing about screencasting, which is related to YouTube because that's related to video. So I might want to put something in the screencasting area instead of just in YouTube. So this is a good way to find other labels that other popular sites are using, so you don't always have to try to post into, their backdraft. The more related your tags are, the more places that you're going to show up in Technorati that are going to be places that drive traffic to your site. If you use a whole bunch of tags that aren't related to the same thing, the synergy of those posts isn't as powerful, because what you're going to find is, let's say you want a whole bunch of people who are interested in video. If you're tagging things like YouTube, screencasting, MetaCafe, Kite, Blip.tv, you're going to capture very different segments of the same area underneath the heading of video, who all want to look at videos or know about videos. So that's more about getting into that popular stream. And we didn't talk about Where's the Fire yet. I just want to show you really quickly what the import form looks like. You can either, when you come to the Where's the Fire tab, you can either click here to write a new one, you can look for one to write here, you can click here to write a new one, and this is where you can put all your information. You can delete them, but they can't be edited. There's also Creative Commons license. Be sure you check that out and decide if you want to be under a Creative Commons license. Also, you're going to see that there's sometimes popular ones that are already made. Read them, comment on the popular ones, because the people who are submitting WTFs are also people who vote on WTFs. So become a part of the community. All of these social networking sites, the key word is social. Become a part of the community. And just to show you, here's a little bit more information that this person put in this area about that particular site. So that's that. We went over favoriting really quickly when I showed you, how you can favorite a blog by whenever you find one in a search, let's say. If you go to the header, that's the if you go to the the word after in, that's the main page, and if you click on favorite it, that will add it to your favorites, which will give you a confirmation page. Hello Technorati, and click on OK, unless you want to tag it or something, and now it's in your list. So that pretty much does it for just the very, very basics about what Technorati is, how you can get yourself in an existing conversation in order to bring more traffic to your site, whether you go using video or photos or blogging. That pretty much sums up the basics. And in the interest of time, we're probably going to go ahead to the other stuff that we're going to talk about today, Kite and Twitter. But if you request it, I will go back and do some more in-depth talking about all these other little aspects of how you can squeeze a little bit more traffic out of Technorati to your site.